You say you believe in God. You have been...
No, I say I act as if he exists.
In addition, I've heard you say that I act as though God exists, that I can't really be an atheist.
So far it seems that.
Right, yeah.
Jordan Peterson has made the claim that our actions define our beliefs, that we're incapable of really understanding our thoughts and our beliefs, so that our actions are the best way to determine what someone actually believes. I respect Jordan Peterson in much of his work, but his claim to superior knowledge over personal beliefs is arrogant at best and bullying at worst.
That's what it means to believe. That's what it means. It doesn't mean to state it. It means to act it out. And unless you act it out, you should be very careful about claiming it.
There's two major issues with this claim. One, it's not clear what actions are attributable to what beliefs. And two, to what degree do our actions have to align with our beliefs? If you're not acting in perfect accordance with God's will, do you really believe in God? What if you're mostly acting in accordance with God's will? These are major issues for Peterson's claims.
It's like, well, then you look at what are you called upon? Let's say if you're going to proclaim yourself as a believer, you know?
How is a believer in God supposed to act? How is a believer in Jesus supposed to act? How is an atheist supposed to act? There's no consensus on any of these questions, and Jordan knows this.
Any reasonably complex environment is susceptible to a near infinite number of interpretations. And so when you hear the postmodernists say things like, well, there's no fixed meaning for a text, they're actually right. You know, you think about a Shakespearean play or a biblical story. Well, how many interpretations are there of Hamlet or of the story of Cain and Abel?
Even if we knew exactly what a believer is supposed to act like, imagine how hard it would be to live this perfectly.
Who would have the audacity to claim that they believed in God if they examined the way they lived? Who would dare say that? To believe, you think, to believe in a Christian sense means that you live it out fully.
Are we really going to accept that the standard for belief in Jesus is acting in perfect accordance with Jesus' teachings? If you have one error, are you not a true believer? Imagine if an atheist said you don't really believe in Jesus because if you did, you'd sell all your possessions because you know it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God. How arrogant and rude would this be? Watch Jordan Peterson do this to one of the most prolific atheists of our time.
This is the argument I've had with people like Sam Harris, the atheist types. It's like, yeah, you think you're atheist, man. It's like you're Christian, Judeo-Christian, let's say, to the core. You just don't understand it. You just don't realize it.
And in addition, I've heard you say that I act as though God exists, that I can't really be an atheist.
So far it seems that.
Right, yeah.
What hubris and arrogance and pride. To use Jordan Peterson's playbook, Jordan is no Christian, because if he was, he would act out the verses in Proverbs. To fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate pride and arrogance, evil behavior, and perverse speech. When pride comes, then comes disgrace, but with humility comes wisdom.
You by shifting the definition, you have robbed the noun, the traditional noun, of its traditional meaning, right? But that's not how most people most of the time are using the word. And there's something misleading about that, and that worries me.
Yeah.
As usual, Jordan has changed the definition of belief, encouraging confusion amongst Christians. If Jordan does not fully act as if God exists, and he believes that your actions define your beliefs, does that make Jordan Peterson an atheist? We'll explore that idea in the next video. I'm Forrest, the Latter-day Skeptic. Thank you for watching.